This is the tape I found downstairs.
Really?
Here I continued my research undisturbed by the myriad distractions of modern civilization.
Hey, what you need that for? It's just getting good.
I just don't want to hear it anymore, that's all.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Red Violet TV. I am, of course, your host, T to the KTK, bringing it to you live on the internet on television. In case you can't believe it, it is television on the internet. Hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. There. I'm gonna sneeze again. I think I got it all. I think. I hope people are doing well today. I got my eyes tested. I have them. They're still in there. Doc said I don't need glasses, which is good, because it's not like it's something I can afford right now. I'm not on insurance. During the exam, though, they did find a spot in one of my eyes. They're not sure what it is. The running assumption right now is it's a birthmark. It doesn't seem to affect my vision, but the main concern is that it's not a birthmark, and I'm to go back in for a reevaluation in 6 months. Hold on, I have to... Oh my god. Those are some good sneezes. It really shook the cobwebs out of my fucking skull. Been like kind of sniffly all week, but at the same time, it is surprisingly cold, even for Canada. Although today has warmed up a nice bit. I'll also mention very quickly that this stream might be a little shorter than most, depending, because later tonight I'm going to be over here on Rarnix's channel doing some Dungeons and Dragons, but it's Cyberpunk. Which you would think, well then, why not use the Cyberpunk system? No. Well, we could have, but there's also fantasy and magic elements. And we could have used Shadowrun for that, but Shadowrun's bad. So we did some homebrew 5e. I like it. I like the systems they have in place. She did a really good job with the world building and the map design and everything. So I'm very excited to see the final result. Not much else to talk about besides that. I'm still looking around for work and I'm still doing stuff. Currently, I've posted on my Discord and on various social medias inquiring about inquiring primarily about what my streams should look like going forward. I wanted to see what people preferred in terms of stream layout with regard to chat position, model position, all that stuff. And to my surprise, the one that I prefer is losing, which is a bit of a shame, but yeah, hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully people come to their senses. If not, I'm just gonna do it anyway. But I was curious as to what the attitude was, what the preferences were. In terms of where we left off in Tales of Iron, we beat the game. Like, main game. We also finished the trials and the arena, which means that the only things left are a couple of open overworld bosses and the Bright Fur expansion itself. I don't know how long either of those things are going to take, but we're just going to jump right into it. The first thing that I left off at last stream is that we entered the crypt in search of a particular musician who had went missing, and hopefully we find her. Sorry, I'm still sniffly. Okay. Let's get into it. I said... There we go. So, in case you don't remember, we beat Iron Man in the tournament, and now we have his armor. And it's one of the strongest sets of armor in the game. If I wanted to go like full, it could go almost max defense. But I'm kind of digging this vibe of the crown. Even if it costs me armor. It is technically the lightest crown I can wear. And I'm using a piece of meat as a shield. And this two-handed weapon is the lightest I can equip. Right, so we were just told to go into the crypt.
Several empty bug brew bottles littered the floor, a sure sign of bards. Reggie was getting closer.
I don't like how ominous this is. What's going on? Up the stairs. Or down the stairs. It's safe. Is it? Okay, so just head all the way down. Yeah, we're gonna have to go around the long way so we don't hurt ourselves on the fall. I imagine a boss awaits.
Amy had taken refuge by an old statue and was getting some much-needed shut-eye. Reggie only meant to wake the bard, but his shout awoke the zombie.
Mausamoto
Musashi. Mausamoto was a legendary sword mouser. Reggie hoped to get one more lesson before putting him to rest.
Mausamoto Musashi. Oh. Oh, shit! Come on. I'm expecting big things from you, Musashi. Woo! Oh, first try.
Reggie wished he could have learned from Mausamoto when he was alive. But now, his dual blades had fallen silent forever. Reggie directed Amy to the Crimson Keep, glad to have found her safe.
Now I just have to get out of here. I can't fall. Like, ever. Any fall damage is death. Okay. Let's actually take a peek at some of the gear. It stands out in regards to light armor. For sure. I do like the axe. I like how it's good damage to weight ratio. Just on the edge. There we go. It's all about fashion. I'm pretty happy with this fashion. So that boss fight was not as rough as I was expecting it to be. I know there's another one. Oh, another one in the mines, I think. But I have a marker leading me back to the castle, telling me that there's another bounty. Chetty Mercury.
Seems Amy wasn't the only bard who hadn't reappeared. Rex still needed help.
Okay. How many more of you are going to go
Amy
missing in the
was waiting
crypts?
with Rex. She'd remembered what they'd been looking for in the crypts. The Book of Immortal Song. Maybe Chetty Mercury was still searching the Hall of Books. The dream of music that lasts forever was worth the risk to these talented young bards.
Huh. Well, I am the king, so I'll go down there. I'm going. It's a surprising amount of loading. There's a surprising amount of loading in this game for what it is. Quick save.
Pages from music books littered the ground, perhaps dropped in a hurry. Chetty must be near. But what had made this brave bard run?
Yeah, the Hall of Books is straight ahead. And it looks like he's at the pipe.
Reggie glimpsed Chetty running deeper into the crypts. Something had scared him. Something lurking in the shadows.
Chi! Nice to see you. For folks who don't know who I am, my name is TK. I'm the host of Red Violet TV. And we're doing a bit of Tales of Iron. Lot of stuff left to do. Let me make sure I give you a proper shout out. Doing some more Hack GU. How's that been going? Meow. Meow. Come on. Yeah, I think when I rated you last night, you were on the second one. Still fun?
Reggie caught up with
Hell
the
yeah.
lost musician, but Chetty wasn't leaving without the Book of Immortal Song. Reggie had little choice but to help the bard.
They always add more each game, change things up. Yeah. That's good. I have no idea what to expect from this boss. Considering that the last bard I rescued, I had to fight a samurai. Don't exactly know what I can expect from Chetty Mercury.
As soon as Reggie set paw in the Hall of Books,
Fang Boo!
something was wrong. Something in the shadows, quieter than a mouse. It was Fang Boo, an infamous warlord known for his brutality with a halberd.
For the record, all of this is just post-game extra, like, secret boss content. Right, I keep doing that, thinking... I keep going behind him thinking that that move is gonna only be forward. When it's not! Yeah, it happened again. It's fine, though. Because I'm gonna first try it. I'm gonna first try him. I'm still gonna first try him. They're pretty clever with these bosses in the sense that they're undead rats, and none of the major armors have specific resistance
As soon as
to
Reggie set
rats
paw in
or
the Hall of
zombies.
Books, he knew something was wrong. Something in the shadows, quieter than
Oh,
a
God.
mouse. It was Fang Boo, an infamous warlord known for his brutality with a halberd.
Chop, chop. Woo. Chop, chop. Chop. Woo. Woo. I need to stop doing that. Alright, he's half. I dove into it like a fool might. It's fine though. Right, he does the spinny thing, Tim. You've fallen for it every time. Your muscle memory to see the circle icon to immediately get out of the way or to go behind is betraying you. It betrayed you again. Luckily, I got him that time.
With Fang Bu finally laid to rest, Chetty scooped up pages of the Book of Immortal Song. With a nod of thanks to Reggie, he scurried towards the surface. After all they'd been through, Reggie hoped the young bards gave a historic performance.
Basically every piece of gear that I have now, except for my armor, is kind of symbolic of beating a challenge. Little hat. I like how that looks, honestly. Might do a split stream and play some of this later. Things got quiet and I want to make food, so I ended stream. Hey, no problem. I've been really enjoying it. And I'm very, very much looking forward to the sequel. I don't know why I insist on this crown. This is like the canon crown, the one on the box and everything. No, thank you. Where? Oh, no, there's stairs there. Okay. And then I can head up from there. Ugh. I'm so indecisive. Hmm. I like that crown a lot. Anyway. Enough me playing dress up. I feel like I do that every stream. Fashion Souls, truly. I mean, if I wanted to be goofy as hell, I could run around in my Warhammer armor, but I don't feel like that fits the vibe. Johnny Nashers. Famous for his sorrowful tunes, the bard Johnny Nashers has gone missing in the crypt.
If any more bards went missing, the Crimson Keep would fall silent. Reggie needed to speak to Rex and the other bards.
Why are all of these bards going into the crypt? For what?
The bards explained that Johnny Nasher had gone into the crypts to buy tobacco from Bertle the Turtle. There'd been no sign or sight of either of them since.
Why would he be selling tobacco in the crypt? Bertle the Turtle. Okay, so we've had to fight Mausamoto and Fang Yu, or Fang Bu. Now who do we have to fight? Who remains? Hold on. My captions just decided to stop sending to the server, so I had to refresh it. Oh, right, yeah, Bertle's... That's why you had to go through the crypt. It's because Bertle's at the shoreline there. I forgot that was his name. You gotta give it up to Reggie, though. He's such a hands-on king. Bard goes missing, he's going. He's investigating. Ow.
The bard's pipe and tobacco pouch. Johnny would never have left them on purpose.
Uh-huh. No, take your time. Chop. Okay. Wait, I see ammo down there. I only shot one shot. The game doesn't let you. You have to wait for them to introduce themselves.
As Reggie felled the last of the undead, Bertle appeared, calling for help. A young rat was under attack. Reggie and Bertle rushed to his homestead.
Okay, good. There's a save point with... Okay.
Not a horde, but Crocus Khan. This fearsome Toad King rode his lizard steed into many a battle, but this would be his last.
Okay. You know what? I should have thought of that. Oh God. Why did I try to block it? Woo! Damn it. Okay. Pretty relentless, but I have an idea. I should have some frog-resistant armor. Doesn't quite get me down. That does. So I want to stay in lightweight, but I want that frog resistance.
Not a horde, but Crocus Khan. This fearsome Toad King rode his lizard steed into many a battle, but this would be his last.
Woo! Ow. I dodged, but okay, game. Woo! Okay. Now, let's just say fuck it and use... I mean, that's... That is gonna push me. Yeah, I should have realized my king outfit had max frog resistance as well. Chainsword time.
Not a horde, but Crocus Khan. This fearsome Toad King rode his lizard steed into many a battle, but this would be his last.
Ow. That wouldn't let me. Oh, fuck! Okay. Okay. I think this is manageable. I just have to not be an idiot. Also, hold on. I gotta redo captions. I have to close the browser. Open it up again. Authorize. Now I'm going to start speaking into captions, and hopefully server output works this time? I don't know why it's not connecting. Whatever. Let's switch to Spear. It's less damage overall, but it should be...
Not a horde, but Crocus Khan. This fearsome Toad King rode
should give me a little more range.
but this would be his last.
Ah! Ah! Damn it. Let me drink my juice. Ugh. Okay. I don't know if spear helped.
Not a horde, but Crocus Khan. This fearsome Toad King rode his lizard steed into many a battle, but this would be his last.
Okay. Little tippy toe of your tail. Got me on that one. Damn it. I was blocking. Fuck you mean? Oh my god! Okay. Alright.
Not a horde, but Crocus Khan. This fearsome Toad King rode his lizard steed into many a battle, but this would be his last.
So, what the fuck is the point? What the fuck is the point of blocking if it doesn't block? America, explain. Okay.
Not a horde, but Crocus Khan. This fearsome Toad King rode his lizard steed into many a battle, but this would be his last.
dodged it, but okay. See, it's supposed to be an arrow you can block, and I blocked it, and it still does damage. So what are the rules then? What are the rules? What are the rules if the rules don't apply? My God.
Not a horde, but Crocus Khan. This fearsome Toad King rode his lizard steed into many a battle, but this would be his last.
I'm looking this up. Tales of Iron. I just want to see what the hell people say about this. Hang on. I'm watching video. And other people are just able to block it without it doing damage to them. So I don't get it. I'm not getting cocky. Patience is a virtue. There we go. Jesus.
It's rumored that 1 in 8 frogs can trace their lineage to the great Crocus. But this old toad would sire no more. With Crocus defeated, Johnny and Bertle thanked Reggie for his help. Reggie hoped in the future they would find safer and less pungent places to trade.
Well, I like this armor set quite a bit. And I dig the sword. And it's a nice matching shield, too. The helmet's a bit much. I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. Right, so I defeated the Great Crocus Khan. There's a fast travel board here, right? Ow. I guess not. God damn, it's a long walk back. I was kind of hoping at least one of those fights was going to give me a ranged weapon that, you know, like, was damage on par with guns. Like, I understand that, yeah, guns are cool and flashy and all that. But, I don't know, I feel like some people would want to carry over a crossbow or a bow, an arrow of some descript. Although, to be fair, I haven't checked. Yeah, no, the damage just pales in comparison. It is a decent weight savings, though. Not so much here. And this was Jay's gun. I would feel like a bad friend disposing of it. Oh. The fight 'twas long and hard, but we managed to make it through. Stalker Queen sat on the king's chair in the newly constructed pub. Now the band is back together. They want a place to perform their songs about their adventure. Rex would like to build a pub.
Rex had asked the king to meet the bards in the cellar. He had a grand vision for the Crimson Keep's dark storeroom.
Okay.
Rex's plan was to convert the dank cellar into a bustling pub, if some rat could gather the materials. Reggie was happy to find what they needed. If for no other reason, then it may stop so many bards disappearing into the crypts.
Yeah, so I then imagine now is some fetching, as to be expected. If I'm fortunate, most of it can probably be purchased. I do have a decent sum of gold. I can check the shops in Mole Town and in Longtail. Hammer. Nails. 5 coin. Okay. Here you go.
The trader was relieved to hear the bards had a trade to fall back on for when this musician fantasy inevitably failed, so he offered a good price.
Wait, was that it? It seemed too quick. I thought I'd have to go all the way to town.
Having the necessary materials, Reggie handed them over to Rex and the bards. Reggie wondered if they had even a basic understanding of construction.
I guess they did.
Reggie could see himself spending many a night in The King's Tale, basking in the music, sipping red berry wine, and regaling the rat folk with tales of his battles, whether they wanted to be regaled or not.
Well, there we go. I built a pub. I did buy a bunch of, like, mounted heads, but I don't know where they went. If they went anywhere, or if they were just things to buy. Checking the Ranger's Lodge first. No, we're good. So it's just Longtail. Now I have an absurd amount of gold. And there's nothing left to buy. The Mud Worm. Believed to be a scary story.
Since Reggie had dealt with the Grub Queen, nothing had disturbed the miners. But now, they whisper of a legendary giant. Reggie believed the Mudworm was a long-dead creature of rat pup tales, made out to be giant, but only half the size of a cow grub.
I mean, I guess we'll find out. Do I have a dead pixel? No, it was dirt. Okay. Thank God. I do not have the budget to replace my monitors. Oh no! The worm! It's over there. Gotcha. Is it down? No, it's just a cross. It's a cross. Good sword. It took me longer than I'm proud to admit to figure out that that's the best way to deal with those guys.
Reggie was wrong. These mudworms could have eaten the cow grub and still asked for dessert.
Huh. I appreciate that the moles gave the miners a radio, so they can listen to the one song. Jay loved this song. Ow. Ow. Ooh. Little Risk of Rain 2 action! Eh. Ow. I mistimed my dodge. I should be fine as long as I don't get hit. Okay. Okay. I see you. How did that possibly hit me? No free juice? Fine. I'm just gonna quickly save and then move on. The radio is no longer playing. Okay. That has a bigger impact than I imagine. Woo! All right. I dodged, but okay. All right. Much better on health this time. I dodged, but okay. Jesus. I am dodging. I am dodging. Fuck you.
Hacking his way through extinct monster guts was not how Reggie expected today to go. Still, the head of a legendary mudworm to adorn his royal bedchamber would be no small reward.
Let me see this stuff. Higher defense, lower weight, but like by pixels. Another two-handed axe. Max damage, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it's all good now, guys. The bounty board's in the village, so I gotta go back to the village. The Grub King.
The Grub King had been sighted
Stalker Queen.
in the mines, no doubt in search of his queen. Reggie wondered how best to break the news to him. Probably with a sword.
There has to be a refill station somewhere in the mine, right? What's up? Eggs. Grubs. Need you to kill them. They're over there.
The The miners were evacuated on hearing the roars of the Grub King. Reggie wondered if it already knew.
I think... yeah, down here is a refill. And back up. Huh. Don't know if I've seen that bug type before. Or if I have, I do not remember it. Or that one, for that matter. Now hang on. I gotta go back and refill. Alright. Let's go. Oh, big boy. Okay. Okay. Oh my god. Local enemy struggles to sit still.
The Grub King's tremendous size made it hard to miss. The beast was heading deeper into the mines, to his queen's lair.
Fuck you mean, Queen's Lair? Thought we... I'm pretty sure the Queen's long dead. I recall killing the Grub Queen. The king, he went lower. I'm gonna go after him. Okay. I'm going home.
The miners wished their king luck. Reggie had to get to the bottom of the mines before the Grub King finds the queen's lair, and whatever might be left of her.
Yeah, thank us.
Hi, Eddie. I hope you're doing all right. I'm bounty hunting. In this case, my bounty is a giant bug. Give me your juice. Still need ammo, but I don't think it's that big a deal. I'll probably find a barrel on my way. Oh, fuck. Filed my taxes. Gonna try and figure out what I want to do with the refund when it comes to it. Probably buy some stuff I've been putting off to buy for a little while. Yeah, that's what I ended up doing. I got some new key switches, a new mouse, a new CPU, and a couple of games. I've purchased Tales of Iron for quite a few people now, actually. Because the sale ends tomorrow, and it's $5. So I've been spreading the word. The good word of Rat.
Moles in the tunnels were not what Reggie expected to find here. They spoke about seeking materials for their rocket. It all sounded very confusing to Reggie.
So I can't go this way then? Fine. I couldn't just give them my materials. I have to go through the gas chamber. I mean, at least they didn't spawn a wave of enemies here. I was expecting to get into a fight. Luckily, I haven't.
Reggie was shocked to find another mole, all alone in the mines. Seb, an engineer of the Bolshevik Republic, said he was waiting for Scrapper Team Alpha to return. Reggie had to find them before the Grub King does.
Aw, fresh bangers. Damn it. Ow. don't use the two-handed weapon in combat much. Probably because it's slow. There he goes. Oh no, my iframes. Well,
Seb led them to the scrapper's location.
huh.
They had been harvesting materials from the corpse of the Grub Queen. If the Grub King saw them, they'd be bug food. Too late. The Grub King had returned to the culprits and found Reggie and Seb.
Woo! I don't know what the game expects me to do in that situation. Oh, phase change? The attack radius is too big to get away from! The attack radius is too big to get away from! Yeah, just roll, forehead! Oh my god.
Too late. The Grub King had returned for the culprits and found Reggie and Seb.
How do you avoid it? It feels like you can't. Like, you gotta be miles out. And if it happens just underneath you, you're fucked. Dude, what the fuck is that? Hello? Oh my god, dude. Wait. It's time to go 40K. Might as well go the whole hog. And get the chainsword. I mean, it's got the bug resistance. And that's what I need.
Too late. The Gruff King had returned for the culprits and found.
Roll away.
Seb.
Get hit. Roll toward. Get hit. Conclusion. Just get hit. What does the game want? I roll away. I get hit. Like, there's no way out of it. There's no way out of it. There's no way out of it. Oh my fucking god, dude.
Too late. The Gruff King had returned for the culprits and found Reggie and Seb.
I don't even know what the fucking hitbox is supposed to be on that goddamn attack. I dodged. If someone could explain to me what's going on here. I don't have enough time to get away from most of them. How was I supposed to get out of the way of that one? For instance. There wasn't enough time. There just simply wasn't enough time. There just simply wasn't enough time. This is bullshit. I'm light rolling. I have no iframes.
Too late. The Gruff King had returned for the culprits and found Reggie and Seb.
I don't know what the game wants me to do. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. What is the fucking, what is going wrong? What am I doing wrong? Okay, usually that has an audio cue. There was no audio cue that time. I want someone to tell me what it is that I did wrong there. Okay, so the big red circle indicator is supposed to indicate an attack that you cannot block and that you cannot dodge, that you were just supposed to simply get out of the way of. I could be on the other side of the arena and could still fucking hit me. Un-goddamn believable, dude.
Too late. The Grub King had returned for the culprits and found Reggie and Seb.
There's nowhere to go. 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 There is nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. What does the game want me to do? Unavoidable. 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 Jesus Christ. Mid-roll. Mid-roll every time. I don't know how much more avoidant I can get. I don't know how much more avoidant I can get. There just simply isn't enough time to get out of the way of half of these jumps. Oh, it's new. I haven't seen him do this attack before. Okay. This one's at least easier to avoid. As long as the game actually gives me an audio cue. Fuck you! My God. Is that critical? Is that supposed to be critical? Hold on, my head was covering him. Is that rat supposed to be moist critical? Ah. I mean, at this point, if I'm down here, I might as well go to Mole Town. What if I did just say fuck it and went full? I mean, I'm here. And there's a fast travel point. In the town. So I just want to check the... I just want to check the town, see what's up. I don't imagine the Stalker Queen is going to be as bad. But we'll see. Oh. Just raised her spiky head. The miners asked for King Reggie's help. Ah. Right, sorry, I muted Geralt because I was getting sick of hearing the dialogue.
The miners believe the Stalker Queen has reared her spiky head. Reggie agrees to investigate.
Off we go. Where's the Stalker? The electricity for the tram ran out. He's sapping the electricity. Or attacking the things.
When Reggie first arrived at the mine, he found a rat miner arguing with Seb the engineer. The mole wanted to head down into the mines to fix the tram, but the rat refused to let him enter for fear of the Stalker Queen. Reggie told the miner he would personally take Seb to the tram to repair it. Traversing the mine was hard work. The Stalker Queen had been busy. Her offspring had spread to every corner. Seb was not used to this much fighting and was glad to have Reggie by his side.
juice. Based on the fact that this has an achievement, tells me that this is like the last big fight in the main map before I leave for the Bright Fir Forest. Nyx! Oh, thank you for the hydration. I am excited for tonight. Oh, what's up? Two shorts or something else. Let's make it like a cudgel, like a mace equivalent. Just one.
Fighting
Like a nightstick is what I'm picturing.
sweet memories for Reggie. He was determined Seb would not suffer the same fate as his old friend.
I get 2 melee weapons? They don't have to be the same, right? Let's make the other one like a combat knife. Maybe like stat equivalent to a dagger.
The Stalker Queen and a fresh brood of eggs. Reggie supposed this was a good reason for the tram being late today.
Interesting. Oh, shit. This is almost too easy, and that worries me. Like this is a multi-phase fight or something. And again, you have to get through some bullshit to get here. So, a softball would be welcome.
Together, Rat and Mole felled the Stalker Queen. Seb swore to get the tram working again single-pawed, in thanks for Reggie's help. Reggie was just happy to have made a new mole friend.
I have a big collection of weapons and armor now. Well, I know what armor I want, and that's this guy. I don't know what shield I want, and it's this guy. Still my favorite style of crown. And I think that settles all the major business in main map. Those are all the post-game bosses. And now... now it's time for Brightfur. But first... yeah, okay. Yeah, just those two. We've almost 100% completed this, which is kind of cool. I don't do that very often. Not much left, but to go to the Brightfur Forest. We're going around the fur like the Deftones album.
Reggie was greeted by the squirrel guide Zazu at the forest edge. She'd been sent to show the king the way to the festival, a secret path known only by squirrel folk.
Oh, those are some cool items. How big is this map? Okay.
The forest was not at all what the young king expected. He'd heard the bright fur's golden leaves bathed the entire forest in light. There'd been no mention of these giant mushrooms that made the air heavy with spores. The bright fur's golden light fell on the forest clearing and caravans like an enchantment.
Wow.
The mood, though, was not festive, but worried. Zazu, embarrassed, explained the reason they asked the brave young king here was to plead for his help. The squirrel elder and a priest of the bright fur journeyed to the abandoned glimmer mines to harvest bright moss, and had not returned. With the golden light of the camp behind him, Reggie headed back out into the gloom in search of the mines. Signs were not promising. Outside the glimmer mines were vicious beetles. What had driven them from their cave home? The squirrel folk were in more danger than they knew.
All right. Want a chance to properly look at the stuff I got. I mean, it's a cute headdress. But I like my little bendy crown. Okay, we've got a couple of key situations here. I'm sure we'll find keys as we go. Oh. A new bow. I forgot how fast bows
The
are.
Squirrel Elder's walking cane, lying abandoned. If he didn't have it, Reggie wondered, how did he carry himself from this place?
Okay. With all that business settled. Well,
The rocks of the Glimmer Mines glowed with a blue light unlike anything Reggie had ever seen. Reggie wondered what the moles would make of this place. The Squirrel Elder's lifeless body lay on the floor, the priest at his side. Before Reggie could approach, he found out why they were trapped here. This was the nest of the Beetle Queen.
strong start to the DLC. Okay. Okay. Get chain comboed, I guess. Okay. Okay. Let me just get comfy here.
The Squirrel Elder's lifeless body lay on the floor, the priest at his side. Before
I dodged
Reggie
into
could
it.
approach, he found out why they were trapped here. This was the nest of the Beetle Queen.
Damn it. Damn it. Alright, it's always in the middle. Which is good. I rolled into it. That hit twice. 3 times. I have nowhere to go. I had nowhere to go. So this boss seems to like to chain combo you. That seems to be a common problem with a lot of bosses in this game.
The priest at his side.
Is there's not a whole lot you can do.
Why they were trapped here. This was the nest of the Beetle Queen.
Fucking fuck, my guy. My guy! My guy! I'm just trying to drink. I'm just... Third time's a charm.
With the Beetle Queen in her glimmering grave, Reggie approached the still body of the Squirrel Elder. The Squirrel Elder rose with a yelp. He'd been in trance from the ritual smoking of extra potent bright moss. Unaware, he almost became the Beetle Queen's snack. Thanking Reggie for the rescue, they headed back to begin the festival.
Wow. I'm glad you're okay. All right, let's see this equipment. It's quite the helmet. Some light armor. The fact that all this gear has frog resistance makes me nervous. I do appreciate that this DLC is adding a decent chunk of bows. Because I was just commenting about that, like, I would like a more powerful bow. And I got one. There's the save point back here that has the refills and all that stuff. I should do that. I don't think I'm going to encounter any major fights along the way, but it's better to go at this kind of thing with max HP.
This market stall sells all sorts of quality goods. A few coins spent here would spruce up the Crimson Keep nicely. With the Squirrel Elder back at the Bright Fir, with a tankard of bright sap in his paw, the festival of Leaf's Fall could finally begin. No sooner had the Elder raised his cup into the air to begin his opening speech, came the clattering of wood and smashing of glass. To everyone's horror, a drunken squirrel had knocked over the table with the bright sap. The festival of Leaf's Fall could not continue without the rare and sacred drink. The squirrel elder turned to Reggie, asking if the brave young king would again save their festival and venture into the shrine of the tapped root to collect more bright sap.
Did I go the wrong way? I did. It's barricaded. So I guess the only other way is the sewer tunnel back here.
In the maze of bright fir roots, the spores were so thick Reggie had to wear his gas mask. Was this infestation the reason the bright firs were dying?
Oh, good catch, bud. A lot of bug bit weapons, which, you know, makes sense. There's a lot of bugs. Before I go that way, I don't suppose I can just pop up here, clear that path. Good. I imagine that'll come in handy. Shrine of the Tapped Root.
The shrine of the tapped root stood before him, but the root looked damaged. Before Reggie could wonder what had done this, he got his answer. A root worm, bloated and enraged by bright sap.
Okay, I fought this. This is the mudworm, but easier. Okay. So far it is easier. I blocked it. First try. Much easier than the mudworm.
Root worms had been banished from these parts for generations, Reggie had a feeling its presence meant something was rotten in the state of Bright Fur. To Reggie's dismay, the tap was broken. Reggie did not look forward to returning to the Squirrel Elder with no sacred sap and news of rootworms.
No loot or anything? Fair enough.
Though shocked at the news, the Squirrel Elder had an idea. The tap was one of several made in the basement woodsmith workshop of Castle Dre. Perhaps Reggie could look there.
I like that cudgel. I like a lot of what I'm seeing.
Approaching the ruins of Castle Dre, Reggie's whiskers twitched at the familiar stench on the breeze.
Thank you.
He refused to believe it. After all he'd done to be rid of them, it could not be. The frog scourge had returned, a pestilence on the sacred forest that could not be allowed to spread.
Nope. I lost the loot. Whatever.
A slapping of webbed feet from the basement. More pond filth waited below, and would soon feel his blade.
It's technically better, but why would I ever give this armor up? I like the way this bow looks. Wait, I should have filled that. Then save. Just to be clear. Yeah, still don't have the key for that.
The frog squatter was none other than General Hackhack. No better than a common thief looting supplies. The only thing he'd be taking today was his last breath.
Why does the teleport hurt? I dodged, but okay, game. Okay, first try. Replacement squirrel wagon wheel. Some armor. The tap.
With the satisfaction of the Frog General dead at his paws, Reggie found the replacement tap. The squirrels would have their sacred sap.
Cool. Now let's go.
Reggie was surprised to find a mole in Brightfur Forest. The mole was embarrassed. He'd got lost going from Station C-19 to Station 24-7. Reggie sympathized. Those tunnels were a tough route. Lost he may have been, but still enterprising. The mole had armor for sale, if the king had the coin. The mole had heard of this king of rats who traveled the underground, but never believed it was true. Perhaps Reggie knew the tunnels well enough to give him directions. The king barely noticed the journey back to the Bright Fur, dwelling as he was on the return of frog spawn to the ratdom. Where there's a general, an army must be close by. Reggie handed over the tap, but wished he could spare the old squirrel the pain of hearing frogs were in Castle Dray. The squirrel elder could not allow the festival to continue, knowing pond scum squatted in their ancestral home. Reggie did not need to be asked. He knew what needed to be done. Reggie could not believe the frogs had returned after all he had done to be rid of them. Pond scum never learn.
Oh, I have like no arrows. There we go. Obviously, it's a pretty small area, but this was a free expansion, and I'm not going to say, like, well, there's not enough content. I just did all those, like, other missions. I did all those big boss fights. There was a lot of content. God damn it. Animation lock.
As Reggie made his way towards the ruins of Castle Dray, the stench of pond scum once again drifted in on the cool breeze. The familiar scent made him wonder why the frogs had suddenly reappeared in the ratdom. It's like a compound bow. I dig it.
No, wait, I didn't want to keep this hat on. I wanted a crown. Guess I'll wear, like... Yeah.
He'd heard tales of the great Castle Dre from his father's whiskers, but it was hard to believe this mushroom-pocked ruin was ever that once proud place. The evil frog spawn had been looting. These frogs believed they could make the central tower a new base, but Reggie would show just how wrong they were.
God. Okay. That explains why the Beetle Queen was restless. It's like these frogs have been taking away their young. Moveset wise, he reminds me a lot of Rey Mysterio. Probably reused assets. They have the same flippy move. Man. That kicked my ass.
The central tower. Whoever was collecting all these supplies would surely be at the top.
Bro, I love having iframes when you get hit by attacks. I wish this game did that.
The young king had thought his lust for revenge was sated, but he would not be satisfied until every frog in his kingdom had croaked their last.
Okay. Did I get gear? No. I thought I came across some gear. The Forgotten Seed Bank.
A strange crunch beneath his paws. Reggie looked down to see seeds on the floor. Jars of golden bright fir seeds were all around, enough to plant 100 forests. Reggie wondered if the Squirrel Elder knew they were here.
I love animation lock. Jesus. Chop, chop, chop. Choppy, choppy, choppy. I am liking the Romani theming for the squirrels. Very cool. I'm wearing the crown of their king to mock them.
Seems he wasn't the only one here for vengeance. Shield Maiden Yellowtongue was waiting, screaming the name of her fallen brother, War Chief Greenwort.
Little doll of me. Meow. Okay. I'm learning the patterns. Not exactly sure how I'm supposed to avoid that. I guess I bait it. I press the button. Damn it. Okay. Doable. I got that far with that little health. Blah, 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 blah.
Seems he wasn't the only one here for vengeance. Shield Maiden Yellowtongue was waiting, screaming the name of her fallen brother, War Chief Greenwort.
Not what I pictured for a shield maiden. I was under your feet. Okay. You know what? If this was easy, it wouldn't be fun.
Seems he wasn't the only one here for vengeance. Shield Maiden Yellowtongue was waiting, screaming the name of her fallen brother, War Chief Greenwort.
Piss. I like this fight. Alright, new phase. Not seeing the shield, by the way, for the Shield Maiden. I know it's a title, but I kind of thought you would at least get a shield. Oh! There it is.
With the fading echoes of her last croak, Castle Dre was returned to peace. There was a shrine in the room. Carved figures of Reggie and his enemies in Bright Fir Forest. The frogs had planned it all to lure him here.
Huh. But why? Highly mole-resistant armor as well. Which probably implies that I did Grub Buster too early if I was getting this stuff post. Getting all this mole resistance stuff after beating the Bright Fir boss. But you know, say la vie. Boop. Not a stone unturned. I don't have to fight you. You're just beetles. You just live here.
The squirrels at the Bright Fir rejoiced to hear Castle Dre was back to its somber state of peace once more. The Squirrel Elder could start the Leaves Fall Festival at last. Reggie basked in the joy of the squirrel folk, as warming as the golden light of the firs. He reclined in his chair and was honored with a cup of bright sap. Being king has its perks.
Now, a brand new wheel that fits many squirrel wagons. Can I not give it to someone? Does someone not require it? Well, that is what I'm going to look up right now. When I look it up, it just tells me about the other quest that involves a trader's wagon. But I do recall seeing a wagon at the start of the map. Oh,
The pilgrimage to Bright Fir was not an easy wagon ride. This family's wagon wheel broke in the mud. They offered a reward if Reggie could find them a replacement. With the new wheel in paw, the wagon would be on its way. Reggie assured them they'd not missed the festival as there'd been a few minor delays.
right, so that gets me some of the final pieces. I knew it was worth checking. And it's just time now to head back to the fort. Because I got all the trophies and shit to put up in the castle. And I guess we're done. We fought every major boss, all the post-game bosses, cleared every side quest, did the expansion. We established peace. Aww. Painting of Reggie and Jay. And statues. And more paintings. We renovate much upstairs? Where's the head of the mudworm? There's nothing on that balcony. Oh yeah, little tree houses for the thing. And then yeah, the experimentation room. out of things to craft. And out of things to do. We did it. Only thing I can think of left to do now is, well, enjoy a drink in the pub. I am glad I took the time to play this, and I'm now very, very excited for the sequel. I know I got mad a lot, but that is not indicative of the game being bad. That is a skill issue on my part. Yeah, no. Thank you to everybody for watching. I was trying to avoid spoilers, but I was lurking. That's fair. I had passed most of the main story stuff, so you don't have to worry too much there. It was just post-game bosses. And even if you watched me, like, frame by frame fight them, they're still tricky. Yeah, that's Tales of Iron. Takes me right back to my childhood watching the Redwall cartoon on YTV. Yeah, those two are very... Those are just post-game bosses. Like, secret bosses. Nothing major. Who can I go bug? Well, I believe Molly Lovewing here is doing something. So I guess I'll send you her way. Make sure, by the way, folks... to check me out tonight on Rarnix's channel. A lot of cool people are going to be there, and also me, playing some D&D in the universe that Nyx lovingly handcrafted. It is looking to be really fun. Very, very interesting. I cannot wait. In the meantime... I don't know what other single-player games I want to kick off yet. I might do a couple of smaller indie titles tomorrow. Or something. I'll figure it out. In the meantime, I'm going to try to get some food and relax. For everyone who is here, thank you for being here. Molly's playing some Kenshi, so some more difficult top-down, not top-down, but like more difficult fantasy RPG stuff. Anyway, thank you all for hanging out. Have a good night, or else, and again, thank you for watching. Bye! Goodbye! What is that voice, Tim?